shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'ma get a scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but dag, I'm amazed and astonished. The problem is I got a lot of brains but no polish. I gotta holler just to be heard with every word I drop knowledge. I'm a diamond in the rough, a shining piece of coal, trying to reach my goal. My power of speech unimpeachable. Only 19, but my mind is older. These New York City streets get colder. I shoulder every burden, every disadvantage I've learned to manage. I don't have a gun to brandish, I walk these streets famished. The plan is to fan this spark into a flame, but damn, it's getting dark, so let me spell out the name. I am the A-L-E-X-A-N-D-E-R. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently. Meanwhile, Britain keeps shitting on us endlessly. Essentially, they tax us relentlessly. Then King George turns around, runs a spending spree. He ain't never gonna set his descendants free, so there will be a revolution in this century. Enter me,
he says in parentheses.
Don't be shocked when your history book mentions me. I will lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually, you'll see my ascendancy, and I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. It's time to take a shot.
I dream of life without a monarchy. The unrest in France will lead to anarchy. Anarchy, how you say? Oh, anarchy. When I fight, I make the other side panicky with my shot.
Yo, I'm a tailor's apprentice, and I got y'all knuckleheads and local parentis. I'm joining a rebellion, cause I know it's my chance to socially advance. Instead of sewing some pants, I'm gon' take a shot.
But we'll never be truly free until those in bondage have the same rights as you and me. Right. You and I do or die. Wait till I sally in on a stallion with the first black battalion. Have another shot.
Geniuses, lower your voices. You keep out of trouble and you double your choices. I'm with you, but the situation is fraught. You've got to be carefully taught. If you talk, you're gonna get shot.
Bird, check what we got. Mr. Lafayette, hard rock like Lancelot. I think your pants look hot. Lawrence, I like you a lot. Let's hatch a plot blacker than the kettle calling the pot. What are the odds of God to put us all in one spot? Pop in a squad and conventional wisdom like it or not. A bunch of revolutionary manumission abolitionists. Give me a position, show me where the ammunition is. Oh, am I talking too loud? Sometimes I get overexcited, shoot off at the mouth. I never had a group of friends before. I promise that I'll make y'all proud.
Let's get this guy in front of a crowd.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot.
There's nothing rich folks love more than going downtown and slumming it with the poor. They pull up in their carriages and gawk at the students in the common just to watch them talk. Take Philip Schuyler, the man is loaded. Uh-oh, but little does he know that his daughters, Peggy, Angelica, Eliza, sneak into the city just to watch all the guys.
Angelica, Eliza, and Peggy,
the Schuyler sisters.
Angelica, Peggy, Eliza, Daddy said to be home by sundown. Daddy doesn't need to know. Daddy said not to go downtown. Like I said, you're free to go. But look around, the revolution's happening in New York. Angelica,
Work.
it's bad enough Daddy wants to go to war. People shouting in the square. It's bad enough there'll be violence on our shore. New ideas in the air. Look around, Angelica, remind me what we're looking for.
She's looking for me.
Eliza, I'm looking for a mind at work. I'm looking for a mind at work. I'm looking for a mind at work. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Work.
Ooh, there's nothing like summer in the city. Someone in a rush next to someone looking pretty. Excuse me, miss, I know it's not funny, but your perfume smells like your daddy's got money. While you slumming in the city in your fancy heels, you searching for an urchin who can give you ideals.
Sir, you disgust me.
Ah, so you disgust me. I'm a trust fund, baby, you can trust me.
I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. So men say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. And when I meet Thomas Jefferson, I'ma compel him to include women in the sequel. Work! Look around, how lucky we are to be alive.
from the birthplace of radio's greatest era, live from New York, it's Radio Night Live with Kevin McCullough. Wait, who?
Kevin McCullough, let me start with you.
Huh?
The big dog, Kevin McCullough.
And Kevin McCullough.
No, who?
Nationally syndicated radio host and author of No He Can't.
Who? Kevin McCullough?
Kevin McCullough is a nationally syndicated radio host and author of No He Can't.
What?
Barack Obama's Dismantling Hope and Change and CEO of Extreme Media.
Oh.
All right, Kevin McCullough, glad you're with us. If you missed hour one, you can run on over to the website, thebingethinker.com, click on the archives, and go check it out. We've got the television and the audio version ready to go. Coming up this hour, a little preview, sneak preview of what I think is going to be a big hit movie this holiday season. It's called The Star. We'll give you the rundown on that. If you missed the beginning of the first hour, you missed me reading my son's self-authored bedtime book, appropriately published under the title of Me and Dad Go to the City. And he came with me to the movie premiere of the film that we're going to talk about a little bit later. And it was my kid James, and he recreated everything. The Freedom Tower, the subway. He what's it called when you cram two words? Portamento, is that what it is? Portmanteau, when you cram two words together. He made Duncher, which I think is like he did a donut out of the word because it starts with dinner and ends with dinner, but lunch is in the middle. But anyway, it was his way of kind of telling his mom that I hadn't fed him lunch. Yeah, that didn't go over very well. But he did eat a huge dinner that night before the movie, and then we enjoyed that. So that's all coming up this hour. And we are live on Facebook. We are live on Biz TV. We are live on some 300 radio stations across the country, and we are live with you right now wherever you are. So thanks for being there, and please tell your friends and come on back. 888-340-3373. Now, we enjoy making a difference in the holidays, and this year this is no exception. We are trying to liberate and rescue some 23 more human trafficked slaves. These are mostly women and children that we are rescuing from the Sudan. These are people from South Sudan. They have been taken captive by northern Sudanese jihadists. There is a process by which, since the war has been completed, that CSI, Christian Solidarity International, is able to go in and help liberate these women and children with a very simple process that does not include cash. We don't pay cash to liberate slaves. What we do is we, through the Underground Railroad, do negotiating with a slave master. If they get a vaccine that is helpful for their cattle, they will release a slave for each vaccine that is given. So for $250, we can deliver that vaccine and relocate that slave with their family in South Sudan, get them the travel they need to get down, enable them to have a whole bunch of supplies that they need for their first year in freedom. And it's just really a powerful program. So many of you have already responded. We have liberated 25 so far. So thank you for those of you that have. But we have 23 to go. Our goal is 48 before Christmas this year. 888-342-1010, 888-342-1010, and $250 sets one slave free through Christian Solidarity International. So thank you for doing that. All right, we've got every week at this time we open up the Ladies Lounge because we believe that there are women's voices in media all across the spectrum that are not being heard, at least not to the level that they should be. And so a couple of years ago, I started this little feature, and we were in the weeknights here in New York. We were doing late night radio, and when we decided to move it to the Saturday evening show, it just even took on a new whole life of its own. And tonight is one of the favorites. She was with us that very first week that we launched on the weeknight show, and she is consistently one of the favorites to come to the weekends. Because she writes about something that doesn't have much to do with politics. It doesn't have much to do with most things that we think of as being controversial. But she is a relationship writer and author. Ashley M. Papa on Twitter, if you're trying to follow her there. Ashley, it is good to have you back. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Kevin. Great to be back.
Yeah. We have missed you while you've been gone. You've been a very busy woman. Your day job keeps you very consumed, but you're still writing in a variety of outlets that are out there. By the way, you can get all of Ashley's work at ashleypapa.com. Ashleypapa.com is where you can see all of the things that she's written. But I'm just curious. In the first hour, we talked a bit about the concentration of the sex assault cases that seem to be coming out. There's like a new one every 10 seconds or something like that now. And in the world of relationships, I mean, basically, sexual assault usually occurs between someone that you're usually assaulted by someone you know. That's what most victims say. So I was curious if you would give us some pointers from your study of relationships and the study of people. What does some of the data say about the best way to protect yourself from being in those circumstances? Wonder if you have any thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, it is crazy how every day you're reading about a new, allegation. And I think that it's important for women to, first of all, speak up if you feel uncomfortable in a certain situation. I know a lot of these cases have stemmed from, years ago, and, these women claiming that, like, they didn't feel like they were strong enough to say anything when this stuff was happening. So I think today, because these cases, we're hearing more of them, it's even more important to speak up if you're feeling uncomfortable in a certain situation around, a certain man, regardless of the setting.
Well, and if you speak up when you first feel uncomfortable, is it less likely to then proceed to something that's even more uncomfortable if you throw the marker down early?
Yeah, because I think that the other person knows that you're not fooling around, you're not kidding, and they'll be less inclined to mess with you. I mean, I would think that unless you continue to, if you flirt with them, maybe you feel bad about, kind of feel bad about not going along with their advances. That can lead to more trouble later on. They might get the wrong idea. And that's where these sexual harassment claims come in. So I think it's important to speak up right away, if you're uncomfortable, and try and get yourself out of that situation.
Yeah, less flirting is probably a good idea with people that are predators. But let me ask you this. You remember when Mike Pence, the vice president, got kind of reamed by the media because he said, and he didn't say it now, he had said it 25 years ago or whatever, but he won't have dinner with any woman except his wife. What types of those types of because I would just think that a lot of these women that are making these claims against people like Harvey Weinstein and Louis C.K. and some of these guys now, you got to think that if they had been working for someone like Mike Pence, they'd have a whole different view of men probably.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with the environment that this stuff happens in. I mean, I would imagine a lot of these cases happened in kind of a party type atmosphere. Maybe there might have been drinking going on, or just a lot of there's a power. Well,
we know in the Weinstein cases, for example, that he would invite women to his hotel room and, under the guise of meeting for work. And I thought, well, I don't have to go to your hotel room to have a meeting for work. Let's meet in the lobby, or let's meet in the bar or somewhere else. Like you don't got to be putting yourself in that level of isolation. Because I would think that I would immediately, if I was in one of their shoes, I would think this is not going anywhere good. Why am I going to his room?
Right, yeah, and that's like a general rule of thumb with dating is you don't want to put yourself in an isolated spot with somebody you don't really know. I mean, forget about who he is. Everyone knows who he is. When you put yourself in a position where you're alone with somebody and there's no one else around who could help you if something bad were to happen, in general, you just don't want to do that. It should be in a public setting, in a setting that you feel safe and comfortable in.
Right. No, that makes sense. Don't leave yourself in isolated cases. Speak up early and quickly. I would say if the guy gets really handsy, sock him one.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's self-defense classes. You shouldn't be afraid to. I mean, you don't have to be, a boxer or a professional.
Judo chop.
Hit somebody. Yeah, you have where to kick them. Just
That's
kick
right.
them there already. Slap them. You could even scream if you're in. Just do whatever you can to get out of that situation, or let them know that you're not ready. You're not messing around. As they think they want to with you. So, I wouldn't be afraid to just throw a fist, throw throw a kick, whatever you need to do to get out of that situation.
I think a lot of times the best protection you can give yourself is to be constantly thinking and constantly aware of your surroundings and constantly asking yourself the question, what do I need to be concerned about here? Do I have a clear path to a door? Am I alone with a person that I shouldn't be, et cetera, et cetera? Like, the more intentional you are from the outset, I think the better off your chances are you come out of the experience without any regrets.
Yeah, definitely. It's a whole flight or fight situation. You know, if you feel uncomfortable and as much as you want to try and, make excuses for people or try and, see the good in people, if you feel unsafe in a situation, you need to
pay attention,
fight them or leave. Yeah, be vigilant. You feel in your gut if something's not right or if they're after something.
All right, good stuff. Let's talk more about relationships when we continue. Ashley Papa with us tonight, friends in the Ladies Lounge, coming right back live from New York.
Hi, it's Kevin McCullough. You've heard me for weeks telling you that I'm getting better sleep than I've ever gotten before because of My Pillow. My Pillow was just awarded the official pillow of the National Sleep Foundation. My Pillow is the world's most comfortable pillow because their patented interlocking fill conforms to my unique shape, resulting in the most restful sleep I've ever had in my life. And My Pillow stays cool throughout the night. They guarantee it for 10 full years not to go flat. In addition, you can just throw it in the washer dryer and keep it nice and fresh for years to come. And now a better reason for you to try My Pillow: 50% off of all products at MyPillow.com. That includes all sizes of pillows, a fabulous bed topper that revolutionized my lovely bride's sleep, and everything else 50% off. And if you can't check them out online, then give them a call. The number is 800-506-2641. That's 800-506-2641, 1-800-506-2641. And most important of all, use the promo code KMC. Promo code KMC when you call.
I had another dream last night about a poor wise man who changes the city.
When you feel alone.
We don't share the same life. We don't share anything.
You can leave. You choose.
And discover a life-changing friendship.
We have to talk to him. That's a man from my dream.
On October 20th, a simple act of kindness can change everything.
Amazing how far a little tender love and care can go.
Find love.
Our lives together will never be this beautiful.
Find hope.
I worried I was so different from other people, but what I found out was everybody's different. Same kind different as me.
Based on the incredible true story and best-selling book, Same Kind of Different as Me, starring Academy Award nominee Greg Kinnear and Academy Award winner Renee Zellweger. In theaters October 20th. Rated PG-13. May be inappropriate for children under 13. For tickets and showtimes, go to samekindofdifferentasmemovie.com.
Hi, Kevin McCullough. Every Christmas, I look to try to do something that will change the world and get my listeners to help me with the process. I'm hoping you'll join us this year. We are seeking to liberate 48 human-trafficked slaves in the region of northern Sudan. Christian Solidarity International is already at work negotiating their release. And in order to finish the process, the slave trader is expecting a trade for a vaccine that will help keep his cattle healthy. It's called Navidium. Christian Solidarity International can supply it, and in exchange, a slave will go free. Would you help us liberate these 48 human-trafficked individuals? 888-342-1010 is where you can get the details. It costs $255 total to both liberate the slave and relocate them to their homeland in South Sudan. 888-342-1010. Call right now and help these brothers and sisters gain freedom for their Christmas this year. 888-342-1010. That's 888-342.
You are about to hear from Dr. Douglas Howard.
After 20 years and tens of thousands of success stories, Balance of Nature is still the only pure whole food supplement available. Balance of Nature has served more than 500 million servings of fruits and vegetables. Don't accept imitations, copies, or substitutions. Our success stories are unique to Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies. You'll know you have the real thing when you open the bottles and see, smell, and taste real produce.
It is worth every penny I pay because they really have made such a difference in my life. It is making me feel a whole lot better.
Even my doctor thought it was a good product.
Take Dr. Howard's Health Challenge and find out how to get 2 free sets of fruits and veggies. We'll even ship them to you for free. Call now for details.
Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code KMC.
Ooh, what a little moonlight can do.
All right, there's a live shot of Manhattan. That's Times Square if you're watching on Biz Television. If you're just joining us by way of radio, just imagine it. Just imagine a busy, cold night in New York. Lots of people milling about, running around, doing the things they need to do. And here on the radio, the nice, warm studio, we're talking about relationships. Why? Because relationships are key to everything in life. You want a good marriage, you want a good job, you want a good outcome with your kids, you want to have success in nearly any and every arena. Work on having good relationships with people. It will come in handy, trust me. I'm watching some long-time relationship friends that I've had, poor guys, just getting rung through the ringer. It's just because the people that he works with just don't know what to do. They don't know how to handle, they don't know how to do relationships right. And so someone's getting hurt in the process. It's one of the reasons why we've talked about it so often on all things Kevin McCullough Radio, but tonight, Radio Night Live. And Ashley Papa is our relationship guru. She joins us about once a month, and she talks about relationships and writes about them. You can read all of her meanderings on that at ashleypapa.com, ASHLEYPAPA.com. You can follow her on Twitter at Ashley M. Papa. And Ashley, it's so much fun to have you back. Let me ask you, your most recent piece, 10 compromises you should never, ever make in a relationship. Some people say, relationships are only successful if you do make compromises, but you picked 10 things that should not be compromised. Why did you pick the 10 that you picked?
Well, I focus these compromises on when you're dating still, because when you are married, you definitely do have to make compromises, because that's what marriage is about, is compromise. So when you're in a marriage, yes, you probably have to give up some of your dreams and goals that you had when you were younger. But when you're dating, I came up with 10 others that you can still kind of not have to negotiate much,
right. Now, if you're dating someone and that someone says, I do want you to compromise on this particular issue, is that a deal breaker? Should if they ask you to compromise on the 10 things on this list and they don't move from that, like they're very insistent, is it your contention that it's a deal breaker?
No, I mean, only if it's not one of your deal breakers. If they're really set on something that allows them to follow their goals and dreams more than you. Like, you have to consider yourself whether, you're willing to give up, something, whether it's, relocating or leaving a job to, help your partner follow their dreams. So
right.
It really comes down to what's the most important thing for you.
Okay, let's talk about some of these. Your dreams and goals. See, this is a tough one, because if you're dating and you're both successful at what you do, but eventually you want to be married and one of you is going to get pregnant, and it ain't going to be the guy, there's always going to be some sort. No, I'm serious. The guy's not going to be the one that gets pregnant. There's a lot that we've accomplished in terms of equality, but that's not going to happen. So some conversation has to be talked about that, unless neither one of you want kids, and then you're in the clear. But like love leads to lifestyle changes, particularly in the dreams and goals area.
Right, yeah. So you have to consider what your dreams and goals are, if they're actually attainable. Sometimes we have these dreams and goals that are, not really attainable anymore if we've gotten to a certain age, and, you kind of get to a point where you realize this isn't going to happen. But if you are both at the top of your careers, you just have to be able to negotiate. Both of you, like each of you is going to have to give up a little part of that.
Yeah.
So, that's part of the compromise, is what you're willing to, give up to stay in this relationship.
Values is your number 2 thing, and this is really important. If somebody makes you to try to believe something that you didn't used to believe, that's a big deal.
Right, yeah. So I think this is one of those non-negotiables, because our values are something, we grew up learning, attaining these values through, family or just our life in general. So if there's certain values that you have, beliefs, that values like, when it comes to a relationship and marriage, you shouldn't have to negotiate that at all when it comes to a partner, because in the end, you do want to have a lifelong relationship with someone who has the same values as you. I mean, that's probably one of the only ways that relationship can really work, and both having the same value system.
Yeah. Style-wise, lifestyle-wise, you say is the next one, and define what you mean by that, because lifestyle can mean something different to different people.
Right. So I focus this on, you always wanted to, have 2 kids and live in rural areas or the suburbs, but your partner doesn't really want to have kids, is more into living in the city and traveling and living more of a jet set lifestyle, but that's not really you. That's something you need to figure out early, because those 2 different personality types, lifestyle types, I don't think they could ever mesh. Somebody who wants that type of lifestyle and somebody who wants the other. I mean, where do you find common ground? So,
it's interesting. But if you're more committed to the relationship than the lifestyle, because I remember when the bride and I moved to the New York area, and I would very much have enjoyed living, on the Upper West Side, have a walk up, take the subway everywhere. That was not in her idea of fun at all. She wanted she's a Southern California girl, so she wanted the yard. She wanted the ability for kids to play and run and do that sort of thing. And that's where we made our life and our home. I still work in the city a lot. I'm still there a lot. But to me, it was easy to give that up. That desire to have kind of that cosmopolitan lifestyle. Because of what I was getting out of the relationship. I was getting way more out of the relationship than I was going to get out of a third floor walk up.
Yeah, and I think that obviously the relationship and the family took priority over just living in the city. So I think it comes down to, I think today people might be, I don't want to, generalize, but there's a little bit more stubbornness in people. So maybe they really don't want to live, they couldn't imagine themselves living in the suburbs. They have to be in the city. So, it depends on the personality as well.
They're the anti-bridge and tunnel people. We'll leave them to be for right now. Listen, if your partner is saying that your family and friends are people that you have to give up a significant amount of time or importance to, that's a real red flag.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we all know it's natural that when a new partner enters our life, we see less of our friends and family because we're now dividing that time with a new partner. But if they're almost like, if it feels like they're almost keeping you away and from that seeing them, and it's almost a possessive feeling, then that's something that you should be concerned about, because you need your family and friends in your life. So if they're trying to pull you away from that, and you'll be able to tell that, now that's something you can't compromise. You can't compromise your family, of course.
Yeah. We're talking with Ashley Papa, and the website is ashleypapa.com, ASHLEYPAPA.com. You can also check out her book, which is a lot of fun. It's called Vixen Investigations, The Mayoral Affairs, and it kind of combines her data-oriented research and writing with her love for mystery and suspense, and she's combined this into a novel that is actually chock full of practical things for people to survive relationships with. Vixen Investigations, you can get it at Amazon.com, and you can read all of Ashley's week-to-week columns at AshleyPapa.com. Follow her on Twitter at AshleyMPapa. Ashley, good to hear from you. Thanks for being back with us tonight.
Likewise, Kevin. Have a great night.
We'll talk to you soon. Kevin McCullough coming back. Don't go away. It's the greatest city on the planet. Hi, Kevin McCullough. Every Christmas, I look to try to do something that will change the world and get my listeners to help me with the process. I'm hoping you'll join us this year. We are seeking to liberate 48 human-trafficked slaves in the region of northern Sudan. Christian Solidarity International is already at work negotiating their release. And in order to finish the process, the slave trader is expecting a trade for a vaccine that will help keep his cattle healthy. It's called Navidium. Christian Solidarity International can supply it, and in exchange, a slave will go free. Would you help us liberate these 48 human-trafficked individuals? 888-342-1010 is where you can get the details. It costs $255 total to both liberate the slave and relocate them to their homeland in South Sudan. 888-342-1010. Call right now and help these brothers and sisters gain freedom for their Christmas this year. 888-342-1010. That's 888-342-1010. Hi, Kevin McCullough. Did your portfolio move up 22% year to date? If not, listen to what I'm about to say. Are you, like me, concerned about the $19 trillion debt? How about a looming stock market correction? Are banks in trouble? Will we see another 2008 crisis again, but this time also a seizure of your wealth, according to the Dodd-Frank Act? Many economists and billionaires are greatly concerned, and you should be too. Why are central banks buying up more gold than any other time in history? Why has gold and silver been the top performing asset class this year? And what is this telling us? Learn how to have physical gold and silver in your IRA, in your hands, with no tax liability. Get these answers and more from my friends at Landmark Capital. Landmark Capital specializes in tailor-made portfolios called Your Financial Blueprint. And to get yours today, call my dear friends at Landmark Capital and get the facts. Call 844-604-2575. Call 844-604-2575.
The basic tenet of Christianity.
Don't you dare tell me about the love and the compassion of your so-called God.
From director Kevin Sorbo.
What do you think it does to the boys to take the death of their brother and use it as part of your carnival act?
Pays the bills.
And executive producer Sean Hannity. Comes the most anticipated Christian movie of the year.
Clinically dead in the ambulance for 4 minutes. It's a miracle.
I saw Davey. Now, all I wanted to do was put my arms around him. I don't know what to do with it.
You've gotten the best scientific explanation. It hasn't brought you any comfort.
Do you believe that God hears?
God always answers prayers. Sometimes we just don't understand the answers. I don't want to lose you.
For those in darkness.
He is your God, and he's holding out his hand to you. All you got to do now is take it.
Let There Be Light. Rated PG-13. May be inappropriate for children under 13. In theaters October 27. Find a theater at Let There Be Light Movie.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
I'm telling you right now, it's awesome. I was trying to get my blood pressure regulated, okay? And after 3 days of taking this thing, my blood pressure went back down to normal. I am ecstatic. I am so happy with this stuff. It is my savior.
This was the first summer that I have not had to have a steroid shot to help me to breathe.
The reason why I'm taking it because I've got Hep C. Once I began taking your stuff, it took a few months, but believe it or not, my liver enzymes are way down and it's normal now. It works.
Take Dr. Howard's Health Challenge and find out how to get 2 free sets of fruits and veggies. We'll even ship them to you free. Call now for details. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code KMC.
It's the most effective product that I've ever bought in my life, but I should have ordered it like 15 years ago.
Of all the boys, of all the boys, of all the boys, of all the boys.
All right, Kevin McCullough, glad to have you with us. It's Saturday night, and we are Radio Night live from New York. Coming to you live from the Balance of Nature studios, my friends, the fruits and the veggies, of which I've carefully placed around the studio. I don't know if Nick can get an over-the-shoulder shot here for those of you watching on TV, but I've carefully been placing the fruits and the veggies all around the studio, and I think eventually I'm going to have the fruits and veggies, lining up the walls, because these are bottles that I've actually worked through. These are just dehydrated fruits and vegetables, organic ones, that have been ground up and put into little capsules. The capsules look like this: the green and the red. And when you have the green, that's the veggie capsule. The red is the fruit. And you take those 6 capsules right there a day. You're going to get, and those 6 capsules, you're going to get 31 fruits and vegetables in the equivalent of like a plate full of salad, but it's going to be 10 plates of salads worth of fruits and vegetables. And what all the research, and this is the binder just full of the peer-to-peer studies that have been done. The research shows that the fruits and the vegetables, they help with the diabetes, they help with the cancer, they help with the Hep C, they help with skin irritations, hemorrhoids, outbreaks, allergies, all kinds of things. The massive doses of fruits and vegetables does more to help keep you healthy than anything else you can do for your day. And so when I get just a little sniffle, I ramp up on the fruits and veggies, and I'm over it within 24 hours. It's not, it never even materializes. It's like I tell my wife, like, I think I tried to get sick today, but I knocked it out right away. If I hear the kids sniffling, I immediately start pounding the fruits and veggies. In fact, my 7-year-old had the cough this week, and I just brought one of the fruit capsules, because all it is fruit on the inside. That's just strawberries and plums and all kinds of. Well, let's see. Let's do a little investigation here. What all we have? We've got apples, bananas, cherries, blackberries, cranberries, grapefruit, lemons, mangoes, orange, papaya, pineapple, raspberry, strawberries, and tomatoes, all in this little capsule. I just put it in his mouth. I said, chew it, just like that. And because it's just fruit, he can do that. He got over his little cough and cold. It normally takes him about a week. He was done in about 2 days. And he was not excited enough to take massive quantities of them, but it still curtailed his recovery time very quickly. So why is this a big deal? Because Balance of Nature tonight is willing to offer you 2 months worth of the fruits and the veggies if you call my phone number. It's 800-2468-751. The promo code is KMC. 2 months free when you call 800-2468-751, promo code KMC, 800-2468-751, promo code KMC. But try them. Get the 2 months free. See how they impact your life. See how your life changes because you're taking fruits and veggies. They are not vitamins. They are fruits and vegetables in capsules, and they really have made a huge difference in people's lives. All right. I want to touch on just this one story out of Alabama, because the sex assault theme that has been going on in our country in recent days, I believe, is only going to get worse. I believe that when the Harvey Weinstein story broke, I believed that as soon as people were hearing about that, I thought, there's got to be more skeletons in the closet of Hollywood, and this guy's not going to be the only one. I was a little bit surprised, though not shocked. Was not shocked at all that we've had several dozen people come forward. But here's the thing. When you live in an environment where that is your daily mental diet, so you're thinking, you're memorizing lines for, you're preparing to shoot scenes for, all kinds of morally aberrant behavior and worldview, you're going to take liberties with people that you wouldn't normally. When that is your world, and Miramax, which was Weinstein's movie company, was kind of world famous for making the most perverted stuff out there that they could. Like they were the envelope pushing film company that wanted to go above and beyond on the dark, on the seedy, on the shady side. So it's just interesting. I think it's interesting. Maybe nobody else does. That Hollywood, where you immerse yourself in this all day long, has all of these people that were evidently assaulting people younger than them, people that had less power than them, people that they thought they could in some way control. And even, George Takei and some others outed today for the first time. Anyway, we've got a lot yet to get to, and I hope that you will consider sticking around, because we've got some fun stuff, including a review of a brand new film that I think is going to make your family's holiday even more special. Don't go away. Hi, it's Kevin McCullough. You've heard me for weeks telling you that I'm getting better sleep than I've ever gotten before because of My Pillow. My Pillow was just awarded the official pillow of the National Sleep Foundation. My Pillow is the world's most comfortable pillow because their patented interlocking fill conforms to my unique shape, resulting in the most restful sleep I've ever had in my life. And My Pillow stays cool throughout the night. They guarantee it for 10 full years not to go flat. In addition, you can just throw it in the washer dryer and keep it nice and fresh for years to come. And now a better reason for you to try My Pillow, 50% off of all products at MyPillow.com. That includes all sizes of pillows, a fabulous bed topper that revolutionized my lovely bride's sleep, and everything else 50% off. And if you can't check them out online, then give them a call. The number is 800-506-2641. That's 800-506-2641, 1-800-506-2641. And most important of all, use the promo code KMC. Promo code KMC when you call. Hi, Kevin McCullough. Every Christmas, I look to try to do something that will change the world and get my listeners to help me with the process. I'm hoping you'll join us this year. We are seeking to liberate 48 human-trafficked slaves in the region of northern Sudan. Christian Solidarity International is already at work negotiating their release. And in order to finish the process, the slave trader is expecting a trade for a vaccine that will help keep his cattle healthy. It's called Navidium. Christian Solidarity International can supply it, and in exchange, a slave will go free. Would you help us liberate these 48 human-trafficked individuals? 888-342-1010 is where you can get the details. It costs $255 total to both liberate the slave and relocate them to their homeland in South Sudan. 888-342-1010. Call right now and help these brothers and sisters gain freedom for their Christmas this year. 888-342-1010. That's 888-342-1010.
You are about to hear from Dr. Douglas Howard.
After 20 years and tens of thousands of success stories, Balance of Nature is still the only pure whole food supplement available. Balance of Nature has served more than 500 million servings of fruits and vegetables. Don't accept imitations, copies, or substitutions. Our success stories are unique to Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies. You'll know you have the real thing when you open the bottles and see, smell, and taste real produce.
It is worth every penny I pay because they really have made such a difference in my life. It is making me feel a whole lot better.
Even my doctor thought it was a good product.
Take Dr. Howard's Health Challenge and find out how to get 2 free sets of fruits and veggies. We'll even ship them to you for free. Call now for details.
Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code KMC.
Hi, Kevin McCullough. Did your portfolio move up 22% year to date? If not, listen to what I'm about to say. Are you, like me, concerned about the $19 trillion debt? How about a looming stock market correction? Are banks in trouble? Will we see another 2008 crisis again, but this time also a seizure of your wealth, according to the Dodd-Frank Act? Many economists and billionaires are greatly concerned, and you should be too. Why are central banks buying up more gold than any other time in history? Why has gold and silver been the top-performing asset class this year? And what is this telling us? Learn how to have physical gold and silver in your IRA, in your hands, with no tax liability. Get these answers and more from my friends at Landmark Capital. Landmark Capital specializes in tailor-made portfolios called Your Financial Blueprint. And to get yours today, call my dear friends at Landmark Capital and get the facts. Call 844-604-2575. Call 844-604-2575. All right, thank you for joining us. It's Radio Night Live. It's Kevin McCullough, and tonight we continue to try to help free the slaves from the Sudan. And those of you that have been giving me your feedback, I'm very excited about that because a number of you have said, Kev, this is one of the coolest things that we've seen any broadcast do. Before Christmas this year, we want to free 48 human trafficked slaves, women and children mostly, some of them sexual human trafficking victims, and we just couldn't be more excited than to have already rescued the 25 that we have. But that leaves 23 to go, and it costs $250 to free one slave. And tonight, because of the generosity of one particular former guest of this show, who is making a generous gift. Every slave that we free tonight is going to be matched. In other words, a second person will also be liberated. It costs $250. That helps supply the year's supply for the liberated slave to be relocated to their family and to be given a fresh start. They get many little things that they need: a bag of grain, a female goat, some tarps and some tents, some blankets, some utensils, other things that are needed to just get their life started out on the right foot. But they are relocated with their family in South Sudan after they are liberated from the jihadist slave owner in the north. And if you would like to join us, we're going to give 48 people freedom for Christmas this year. 888-342-1010, 888-342-1010. And if you give tonight, before midnight, you're going to get 2 people liberated for the giving of your gift tonight to do that. And even if you can't do a full $250, you could do $50 a month for 5 months, or $25 a month for 10 months, or something like that. But you will be giving someone their freedom as that $250 is completed. And so whatever it takes to do that, $100 a month for 2.5 months, I don't know. Whatever you can do, would you consider rescuing one with us? 888-342-1010, 888-342-1010. When I went to the break, I checked the voicemail, and I always do. And by the way, I thank Robert Brown for saying something nice in the chat room on the Facebook feed tonight. He says, "Hi, Kevin from Iowa. Loved your book on masculinity. It has helped for years with our teens and young marriages." Thank you. I did write a book. It was called The Kind of Man Every Man Should Be. And it's all about really how to train men not to be the Harvey Weinsteins of the world. In the last 12 chapters, I take character traits and habits, try to pair them together, and try to give you a blueprint for making men turn out differently, particularly if you're raising them. So thank you, Robert, for your kind words. But I did get this call from a woman I'm going to call Nikki from the Las Vegas area. Take a listen.
I've worked for the United States Postal Service for 31 years, and I was a single mom for most of the time. I got sexually harassed all the time. My boss asked me if I wanted to be in a porno movie. One of my bosses asked me if I was for sale, and so forth and so on, and it goes on, and I was even harassed by a woman. But I was a single mom. I had 2 babies to raise. I had no help. You got to do what you got to do to survive, and even though I did not like it or appreciate it and was actually shocked and appalled by the behavior, I kept going back because it was a job. I was getting money. I was getting paid. I had medical insurance. I was able to put a roof over my kid's head. I was able to pay for doctor bills. I was able to get them medicine. And it was a real struggle to get that far and through. And thank God my children are raised and they're wonderful kids. But I had to do what I had to do to survive. And we don't go back because we want to go back. We go back because we need the job, and we have to take care of our families. So I just wanted to give you that information. I will leave you my phone number.
All right, and I'm not going to put that on the air, but I appreciate her telling us that, because it does speak to the idea that, as you know, we see what Hollywood's turning out, we see what the workplace is, we see how people respond. The idea that we can get away from this idea that God doesn't matter anymore, that morality doesn't matter anymore in society, that there's no benefit to having even Christians who express their faith publicly, allowing them to do that, et cetera, et cetera. You know what we're setting up with that is that inverse reality kind of. Did you see Stranger Things? It's the upside down. We're creating the upside down for a life, which has been at work, by the way, in Hollywood all this time. And what has happened in that upside down in Hollywood? Everybody's been attacking innocent victims left and right. It's the most godless place on the planet, and that's where all of the stuff takes place. Nick, our video director, was saying during the break, last break, if you play with fire, it's not too far-fetched to assume you will get burnt. In regards to acting and so forth. So, you know, I'm not saying don't go into the field, but if you go into that industry, go into it with your eyes wide open. That it's an upside down. It is not like the rest of the universe. And the more that we can make them more like us instead of letting us become more like them, the better society is going to turn out. We will have less of this if they begin to adopt mainstream America standards for what they do in Hollywood. Oh, Kev, come on, that's such a a dated and antiquated viewpoint. Yeah? Well, ask the victims of all the dozen plus names of the people that we put on the screen several times tonight. Ask all the victims of everybody, the Nickies of the world that have gone through that. You don't think that the morality mattered. Where do you think the entitlement for these people to do this? And it's not just men, but there are a lot of men. You still have these sexual predator teachers that are, all over the country too in these classrooms. Where do you think these people get this entitled mentality from? It's not from a moral basis. It's not from someone grounded in Judaism or Christianity and saying this is the way God wants things to happen. It's from people feeling entitled to do whatever they jolly well please, regardless of how it impacts people or hurts them or has any level of commitment to their well-being. And that's the problem. That's the problem, as you'll see. Well, coming up in our closing segment tonight, I've got a sneak peek. It is a film that I think you can safely take your kids to, and I want to tell you about the good stuff as much as I want to discourage from the bad stuff. And when we come back, a little sneak preview of a movie called The Star. It opens 1 week from yesterday, and it's all about one of the most well-known stories in all of human history, told through the eyes of some unusual characters. And I took my son to see this last week, and it was just fabulous. We just had the greatest time. So we'll take a peek at that when we come back. Anyway, I'm Kevin McCullough. If you want to help liberate a Sudanese slave for Christmas this year with us, we have only 23 to go. Please pick up the phone, dial 888-342-1010, 888-342-1010. You can also give online at csi_usa.org. I'm Kevin McCullough. We're coming right back.
Here's microbiologist Dr. Kim O'Neill talking about balance of nature.
Scientific research has shown that many cancers and lifestyle diseases can be prevented with a diet rich in fruits and vegetables. This prevention comes from the phytochemicals in the plants. They fight against oxidants that damage the cell's DNA, causing mutations that lead to disease. I don't take any supplementation, but I take Balance of Nature because I've seen it in my lab. I've seen the immune response increase. I've seen your DNA repair capacity increase, and I've seen DNA protection, and I know that it works.
Take Dr. Howard's Health Challenge and find out how to get 2 free sets of fruits and veggies. We'll even ship them to you free. Call now for details. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code KMC.
Hi, it's Kevin McCullough. You've heard me for weeks telling you that I'm getting better sleep than I've ever gotten before because of MyPillow. MyPillow was just awarded the official pillow of the National Sleep Foundation. MyPillow is the world's most comfortable pillow because their patented interlocking fill conforms to my unique shape, resulting in the most restful sleep I've ever had in my life. And MyPillow stays cool throughout the night. They guarantee it for 10 full years not to go flat. In addition, you can just throw it in the washer dryer and keep it nice and fresh for years to come. And now a better reason for you to try MyPillow, 50% off of all products at MyPillow.com. That includes all sizes of pillows, a fabulous bed topper that revolutionized my lovely bride's sleep, and everything else 50% off. And if you can't check them out online, then give them a call. The number is 800-506-2641. That's 800-506-2641, 1-800-506-2641. And most important of all, use the promo code KMC. Promo code KMC when you call.
I had another dream last night about a poor wise man who changes the city.
When you feel alone.
We don't share the same life. We don't share anything.
You can leave. You choose.
And discover a life-changing friendship.
We have to talk to him. That's a man from my dream.
On October 20th, a simple act of kindness can change everything.
Amazing how far a little tender love and care can go.
Find love.
Our lives together will never be this beautiful.
Find hope.
I worried I was so different from other people, but what I found out was everybody's different. Same kind different as me.
Based on the incredible true story and best-selling book, Same Kind of Different as Me, starring Academy Award nominee Greg Kinnear and Academy Award winner Renee Zellweger. In theaters October 20th. Rated PG-13. May be inappropriate for children under 13. For tickets and showtimes, go to SameKindOfDifferentAsMemovie.com.
So glad to have you with us. Kevin McCullough welcoming you back to New York for a final few minutes of Radio Night Live tonight. If you missed any of it on Biz TV, stand by. At the top of the hour, they start it all over again. And if you want to see it on demand online, you can go to my Facebook page where we have been Facebook Live all night, and we'll be glad to interact with you there as well. We make that available. You can also view past episodes in the archives of the Facebook Live on the Facebook page. That's facebook.com/KMC01. If you need help finding that, you can just go to my website, bingethinker.com. Earlier this week, I had a chance to take my little guy, my 7-year-old Mr. James, my firstborn, my heir, to the city and get to spend the day together. And we ended the day by going to see the new Devon Franklin animated, what I think will soon be a classic, soundtrack by Mariah Carey and Kirk Franklin and Pentatonix and a number of others. But it's a delightful story that retells the story of Christmas through the eyes of some unusual characters. Here's a sneak peek at the movie called The Star.
For centuries, story has touched the lives of people across the world. This holiday season, you're invited to discover the story of the first Christmas from an entirely new perspective.
Hang on! Cyrus! Down up!
I expected a left turn 2 deserts ago.
These wise guys are lost. That's it. I'm fighting through the rains.
From the studio that brought you Miracles from Heaven and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Huh? Stephen Yun, Keegan-Michael Key, Gina Rodriguez, Zachary Levi, Kelly Clarkson, Patricia Heaton, Kristen Chenoweth, Tyler Perry, Tracy Morgan, and Oprah Winfrey.
King Herod is up to something.
Mary, you're in danger. You need to listen to what I'm about to say extremely carefully.
Do you want a belly rub?
The Star.
You jump out and create a distraction.
Hey, here it goes!
There's something seriously wrong with those animals.
All right, and so my little guy and I, we spent the night in the middle of Manhattan, going for Chevy's for some dinner, and then when we were done, we went and saw The Star. And friends, I think it's going to be. I loved this film, and you don't expect Tracy Morgan to be in a film about the birth of Christ, or Oprah Winfrey or Whoopi Goldberg for that matter. But they are fabulous. This is a wonderful film. You're going to love it. It opens this coming Friday. So get your tickets and go see it. I predict it's going to be huge. I think it's going to be. It'll be bigger than Disney's Prince of Egypt, which was the last great faith-oriented animated movie that we had anyway. I'm Kevin McCullough. Thank you for being with us this Saturday night. We'll see you next week right back here for Radio Night Live. Hi, Kevin McCullough. Every Christmas, I look to try to do something that